Hi guys, it is Sunday, so it's time for my mental health vlog. And the very first thing that I want to do is say Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to my mother. Happy Mother's Day to my aunt who was like a second mother. Happy Mother's Day to all of my friends who have children. Whether you are a mom or you are a dad acting in a dual capacity role, whatever the case may be, Happy Mother's Day to you. I hope your day was full of love and calls and texts and cards and flowers and all that kind of good stuff that comes along with Mother's Day. I, of course, am not with my mother or my aunt. They are all the way over on the East Coast, and I am in Texas, Houston area. So I don't get to see them on Mother's Day, but I did get to call, and my son called his grandma too. So that's about as much interaction as I had with them today. But I always think about them, and I always love them, and I always appreciate them. This week was a bit of a ball buster, mostly on the financial aspect. I think last week I talked about how when I was we were coming back from LaGrange to see the bluebells that weren't there, or bluebonnets, whatever the flower's called, that weren't there. The AC went out in the car. Well, I made the appointment and took in the car to get the AC work done because it's Texas and you cannot drive without air conditioning, you will die. So I took it in, and the quote was about what I expected, and I ended up dropping about $2,000 to replace the air conditioner in my car, which, whether or not it's worth $2,000 is questionable. Then I also got a notice on my engine, my little warning notice thing, that it was time for a tire rotation and for oil change, which I knew was coming up. So I made the appointment to take it in to a place that I trust very heavily and have used for years for the tire rotation and alignment, which would be free because that's where I got my tires from, and the oil change. And they called me a couple of times, letting me know that there were some issues. And one of them was the fact that two of my tires were almost bald, and the other fact was that my brakes, which are normally starting at like 11 millimeters, were down to like 1 millimeter on the brake pad, so the brakes had to be replaced. So 2 tires and brakes to a total of $880 and some odd cents. So I kind of felt like this was the universe's way of saying, oh, you just got a promotion. Ha ha, I'll show you. And the reality is I haven't even gotten any financial benefits from the promotion yet. So this was just kind of a sucky week financially. Plus my boyfriend has had a need for some new clothes, so we've been shopping for him for some new clothes, and that's been enjoyable actually. As much as I hate shopping, that's been enjoyable. But yeah, just not a good week for financial stability, I guess one would say. But I did have some money set aside for emergencies, for savings, which I had to use this week, and that's what it's for. So until my doggy coin or doji coin or dogecoin, however it's pronounced, someone please tell me, however it's pronounced, skyrockets to $5 or $6 a share, I have to rely on my little emergency savings that I can put aside here and there. And I have found that it's super important to do that. And I wish I had discovered that earlier in life, and I wish I had been more financially responsible earlier in life. If you were younger, just take the advice now. Don't get credit cards. Set aside what you can. Save up for what you want. Or you're going to drown in debt the rest of your life until you have to file bankruptcy, and that doesn't make life a whole lot better sometimes. So let's focus on some of the good stuff that happened this week. As y'all know, I'm working on a special project with a friend of mine. Um, we are getting very, very close to the finish line of that project. And I am very excited because we are two very creative people who, it turns out, work very well together. And the project is really coming along nicely, and I'll be excited to share more information about that. Because honestly, I don't remember if I've said what it is or not, so I'm going with taking the safe route and not saying what it is. But what I can say is I'm very excited about it. I'm very proud of it. Um, my friend who I'm working with, she should be very, very proud of it because we really have created something quite phenomenal together. And we met this week and went over some very minute changes because I think we're very close to being finished with the creative process for this project. So that was a good thing. Did not get to see my son this week, but I did talk to him on the phone. He and his dad and his dad's boyfriend went to Austin to see a hockey game this weekend. So I'm assuming that went well. I was hoping to get a call this afternoon when he got home, but I did not. But I did find out that he called Grandma for Mother's Day, and that was the important thing. So I'll talk to him tomorrow. What else good is going on? I do start my new job tomorrow, kind of. So my manager and my new manager are working out a transition period. So what that's going to look like yet, it hasn't been confirmed. My start date under my new manager is tomorrow, but I don't know when I'll actually start doing the new job function. So the title and the manager switch starting tomorrow, but as far as when that job actually officially starts, it's up in the air, and I don't know. And I'm honestly letting them work that out because I don't want to get in the middle of that, and I just want, I'll do whatever y'all tell me to do. That's kind of how I feel about it. This isn't unusual for internal transfers. I mean, I went through this 11 years ago when I joined this particular team that I'm leaving now. So it's not uncommon. You just don't want you don't want either side to get screwed, really. So, but I'm just backing off. Went out last night. The last time I was at a bar was the weekend of my birthday, which was in March of 2020. And it was the weekend right before the shit hit the fan and the world shut down. So I haven't been out, and as many of you know, I miss going to my favorite bar, which is Neon Boots, and I miss going there because it's karaoke, and it's close to me, and I like a lot of the people that worked there at the time, and it's kind of like my second home away from home. But just feel very comfortable there, and so finally, I felt like I was ready, to go. So I invited some of my friends and that were all ready to go, and they ended up inviting some friends of their own, and it turned out to be quite a big group that went because obviously people are ready to get out, and of course there were masks involved, not as much as I would have liked, but there were masks involved. Everyone I know that was in our group was vaccinated, and the bar wasn't really packed that much. I mean, it was our group and maybe a few other small groups of people, but it wasn't that much. But we took over the karaoke room and we sang karaoke all night long, which haven't done in over a year, and that felt really good. That was fun, and it was also the first time that my boyfriend and I had gone to the bar because we didn't start dating until June, after everything had shut down. So our relationship is weird because we've never been to a bar together. So that was a first for us last night, and we've been dating almost a year. So weird, but yeah. He's doing really well after his surgery. We are still trying to figure out the flow of certain things that have changed since the surgery, and that has brought on some frustrations that I've tried to work through. I've tried to talk through. I have to try and make sure that if I'm frustrated, that is it something about, am I making it about me when I'm frustrated about something? And it turns out in most cases, yes, I was making it about me and not considering his feelings, what's going on with him. So um, I actually just got home from his house where I had Mother's Day dinner with my boyfriend and his parents and grandmother tonight for dinner. So that was very nice. Um, it's always really nice to spend time with his family, and they've always treated me like family, which I appreciate and enjoy. So that's my time for the week. Actually, I'm a little over. I'm sorry, but week had definitely had some ups and downs and a lot of things to work on. Um, so keep working, keep growing, keep changing, keep trying to figure out those problems as they arise. That's all you can do. Keep moving forward. That's what Disney says. Check on your friends. Make sure you tell them you love them and you miss them. Go out with them. It's time. Check on your loved ones, especially your mom. If you have not called your mom this late on Mother's Day, you are in trouble. Call your mother. Check on your family. Let them know you love them. Check on yourself. Shit happens. It sucks. It hurts. It's expensive. You work through it. You keep going. Never give up. Life throws shit at you. You dodge it. Sometimes it hits you. You clean up. You move on. Clean up your shit. That's all you can do. All right, guys. I love you. I mean it. Happy Mother's Day. And I'll check in with you guys next week. Bye.